What's up, drivers? Welcome to a brand new series on this channel called Test Driving My Viewers' Cars. Today we have Moodoo, aka Ryan, and I'm going to be driving the oldest car that I have ever driven so far. Let's have a look. Ryan drives a 2002 1.8 diesel Ford Focus Gaia hatchback. It's got 113 brake horsepower, a top speed of 122 miles an hour, and does 0 to 60 in 10.4 seconds. Interior features include heated seats, a mystery poverty button, a handy little holder in the glove box for the locking wheel nut, a tidy as fuck dash cam and FM transmitter installation hidden behind the glove box, and a super handy burner storage compartment inside the passenger door.
Punch it back in, but as soon as you do the door.
So when getting out, hold the thing and then pull the handle.
I don't really care, to be honest. It's
Brilliant.
absolutely fine.
As expected for the age, there's a couple of blemishes on the bodywork, but the underside doesn't appear to be excessively rusted. We've got this, which I don't think you need a rear wiper to pass MOT, do you?
No, you don't need one.
What's this, dare I ask?
I know what that is.
Fair enough. I like the Gaia badges.
Yeah,
They're a nice little
the
touch.
original doors and everything on it is.
The most noticeable downside, however, is the driver's side door mirror. It was glued back on by a previous owner, but on his wedding day, Ryan took it through a car wash, completely forgetting, so now it's held on with tape. You say it passed the MOT?
It passed the MOT,
because
yeah.
it doesn't excessively shake, and I would agree.
It doesn't move at all when you drive it. So.
The key for his car is a pretty interesting shape, and it's used for everything. Do you know, that is quirky, that. I've never seen the logo of a car. I've never seen that before. That is a new one on me. I was expecting it to be in the footwell or something. Some final things before we pop out in the car that Ryan recorded later on for me was a cold start and a horn test.
This is hopefully a cold start for you, Charles. There we go. There's no smoke out the exhaust there.
Now then, Charles, nice and quiet here. I'll do a quick horn test for you. There you go.
For this series, I'll be rating both my viewers' driving and their car on a scale of 5 tubs of chip spice. I imagine that early nerves get the better of Ryan right as we start out here. We had to slow down for the speed bump anyway. He doesn't really trouble the other driver, but he did rush out of the junction a little considering how poor the visibility is here, meaning we'll have to remove a 1/4 tub of chip spice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that harsh on anyone. I'm not a driving instructor or anything like that, so. A quick comment about Ryan's dashcam is it has a pretty bad rattle. This advice goes out to Ryan or anyone else watching who has this problem with a Mowforth dashcam. If you fold up a little bit of tape or a blob of blue tack between the mount and the camera, it tends to stop the issue.
Well, I didn't get any faults at all on my test.
Nice. Was that first time as well? Wow.
Yeah, my dad taught me. He used to be a driving instructor a long time
well,
ago.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Maybe 8 or 9 years ago. It's nice, I've unlimited free lessons. I only had to pay for the fee.
I was also a first timer, but by the skin of my teeth. Like, I really should not have passed, and I did not deserve to pass. And if you look at my driving in the early videos, it's clear that I did not deserve to pass.
I'd be in that lane, but he's there.
Yeah. Have you noticed that that's the thing? I don't know if it's just in Hull, but I only see it happen in Hull. Is people just wait halfway over give way markings.
Yeah.
It's why
just
Nightmare Junction's as bad as it is.
It's like all the 20 zones in East Hull. I don't know about West Hull, I don't drive in West Hull that much. Everyone just drives that, yeah.
But it is weird, I don't think anyone who's not from Hull really understands it. And it's not just a rugby thing, but genuinely Hull is like 2 different cities, isn't it?
Yeah, it might as well be.
Like even aesthetically, they're 2 very different places, East and West.
Yeah. I do like East Hull, though.
I just realised I'm probably in the way of your mirror there, aren't
That's fair, I can see it enough.
Tell you what, I like the shape of the mirrors.
Yeah, they're good. Quite long. So...
Yeah, you don't really need tall mirrors, but wide mirrors, absolutely.
there's something hanging off that car in front, or is that just his exhaust?
Yeah, I think his exhaust is dangling, yeah.
Another thing I forgot to mention, we've got an armrest there as well, which is incredible for comfortable driving.
I was going to say, fuck your passengers. Like, as long as the driver's comfy, that's all that matters, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I've just realised as well. A 6 CD changer.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's quite loud. That's the thing.
So what kind of CDs we got loaded up anyway? What are you into?
Metallica.
Not enough cars have 6 CD changers, man.
Turn back around here or go back through Beverley?
It's up to you, because to be fair, if you want to swap over somewhere further out and I'll drive us back in.
Yeah, works for me.
So I am just massively winging this, because like, how does it feel to be the pilot episode, by the way?
Strange, I mean, it's not knowing, you know, what the format really is and stuff as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too boring, or I'm not too boring.
Nah, we'll be fine. But I must say though, you're giving a very hard challenge for the rest of the drivers this year to live up to. Like, I really can't fault you driving at all. Like, you're keeping a perfect distance from people. There's no needless aggression or over-acceleration. You're not trying to show off to me. But you don't seem like the camera's making you nervous either, which cameras make me nervous. So when you're doing this for me later, I'll probably be like, oh, fuck, you know. I especially get nervous driving other people's cars as well.
That's fine, like I said, like, as long as you don't write it off, I'm not really that bothered.
Yeah.
If it gets another dip, it's, you know, 1% more dips at the end of the day.
Yeah. But I'll do my utmost to not add any dents or dings. As I say, I've never had a crash and I don't intend to start today. Now it was my turn to have a go in the Focus. Let's see how she feels.
Waiting for connection.
Okay.
Bluetooth is connected.
Right, that's the bite there.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
not
really
that
high.
high up, to be fair.
Oh,
It's
do you
not
not
that
think
high.
so?
No. Let's go.
Strange, first time I've been a passenger in my own car now.
It's a weird feeling, isn't it? The clutch goes down super easy as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding that I'm slamming the floor a little bit. It may be a bit telling of like how heavy mine is, and your handbrake cable's excellent as well.
Yeah, I think that was redone when the when all the brakes were seized, because they were already in there anyway.
It
so.
feels fresh.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Why is Beverly so busy today? Like, what are we missing? Oh, it's so retro feeling. I love it. I love all the cars.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I do love this car. Well, one of the reasons I've not replaced it is because I just genuinely love it so much. Because, like, not even the fact that, you know, it's an old car and, you know, people are a bit more afraid if you're in an older car because they know you don't care if it gets another dent in it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of power in that as well.
Yeah. How do you feel with the brakes and stuff?
Yeah, the brakes feel good. Everything feels good about this car, to be honest. Like, I'm really, really surprised how good everything feels for the age.
There's one thing I'm surprised we've not yet mentioned as well. Maybe
What's
you've just
that?
not picked up on it. Well, if you open the window a little bit more on your side, just have a listen.
Ah, we do have a squealing.
Yeah.
Also, by all means, do critique my driving as well. Like, I try my best. That's what I said to Ashley Neal as well when I see him. Like, I try. Like, it's not so much like I'm trying because he's a driving instructor. It's just I try in front of everyone.
Yeah. We've both been stuck behind a learner.
Yeah, yeah. We're both
Say stuck. Like, I never mind being stuck behind a learner because, you know, we're all there at some point.
Yeah. There's no need to be up the bum. No need to overtake them. I mean,
I think you leave a bit more of a gap
Even-
than I do, to be honest.
it's not
Maybe.
the same, I reckon. To be fair, even the bloke behind me in the big red Volkswagen who let me out, nice friendly chap, he's keeping a very, very similar distance to what I'm keeping to the learner.
Yeah.
And we're probably going, judging by your speedo, about 22 miles an hour.
Yeah, probably somewhere around there.
So they're not going slow enough that I'm like, I need to overtake you. If they were doing like 15 and it was clear, I maybe would. But obviously I don't really know the performance of this car. Do you phantom brake as well? Like you'll be pressing your foot into the footwell as I'm braking?
I don't know. That's one thing I've not done.
Because I always do that. But I think it's mostly like, as I say, I've got a mate he drives like a bat out of hell. And I'll always be pressing my feet in the passenger footwell. Like,
stop, please stop.
Why are we going so slow? What?
I don't want no damages, Mark.
Clearly.
It is
What are you doing,
It is a
man?
little bit of a pinch, but it's not that bad.
Yeah,
I'd be flying through that at 20.
Same.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, can't park there, sir. That was a mess, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, now he'll be even more scared now after seeing that. It shifts.
Yeah. That's
it's got
one
a
thing
bit
that I was
more to it.
surprised with.
Yeah, how do we clear the back window? Is that?
We've got a button down here to that one.
Oh, I meant wiper.
You just pull it towards you. Is it towards or is it over?
Yeah, it's towards.
mean-
I forgot about the.
it doesn't do fuck all. For reference, that's what it looks like. We've cleared, I don't know, maybe about 2-inch band.
I completely forgot. Yeah,
So you can go down that.
Yeah, we'll go down here.
I thought this would be a dead end, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like, from here, it looks very dead end.
This is actually where I filmed part of the Volvo reveal. When I was sending it on a country road, and I forgot which tree I put that tripod in.
It was down here
It was
somewhere.
down here, yeah.
But it looks like a right dick. It's just looking through all the trees.
Yeah.
Well, probably thought he was picking brambles or something. I never knew this road existed. Let alone its national speed.
Just there's one thing. I mean, I know you sent it over speed bumps, but
Yes.
that's why not to send it 60 straight away down here.
Yeah.
But you're fine after that. You can send it now.
Did we hit the limiter there? Or I think we're just off it.
I was purposefully not. Do you know what's amusing on speed bumps this big is you can always see where someone's exhaust has gouged out the middle of
Yeah. Like all the way down it.
it. Yeah.
We'll be nice to the kids.
Yeah, they'll throw rocks at your car if not.
Yeah. Especially around here.
Yeah. So how do you rate my driving anyway? Do you reckon I've
Good.
done alright?
Yeah. Good driver. I'm not really one to rate. I've only been driving for not even 2 years. So.
Oh, seriously, not even 2 years?
No.
Man, I thought
I
you'd been
put in the
driving a long time.
I put in the Discord, didn't I, when I passed my test?
It would be rude if I didn't let Ryan have a go in mine now, wouldn't it? But what am I driving these days? I'm going to let the new car be a little mystery for a while, but please put your wrong answers only in the comments below. That's it. High sensitive biting point on the clutch. You probably will stall it.
Right.
Because I've stalled it quite a few times.
You can definitely record that. That's fine. Oh god, yeah, that is a really heavy clutch at the bottom.
It is, isn't it? That's why I was like stamping yours.
Yeah, like that's crazy. So, where's reverse in this?
Reverse is literally just where 6th gear would be. So it's like that and then straight down.
Oh, this is only 5 speed as well?
Yeah, it's 5
Oh,
speed,
right,
yeah.
that's easy. But this doesn't have a... Right, okay.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to pull it up, which I don't like that. And some cars I've had where you push it down to go in reverse.
I'm so used to doing that. Oh, there it goes.
There you go. I can't not mark down another quarter tub of chip spice for a stall now, can I? But Ryan recovers calmly and we're straight off again.
Yeah, honestly,
I expected your car to feel a lot more beaten up and things a bit looser and stuff than this does. But yours actually feels better than this.
Yeah, I'm so used to setting off without any gas though, because I can do that in my Ford.
Yeah, diesels pull themselves, whereas
Yeah.
petrols you've got to be
You've got to sort of
so
push
careful.
them, haven't you?
Yeah.
But like when I'm about to stall the Ford, I can really feel I'm about to stall it as well. Whereas in this, I had no feeling from the car at all. It just stalled.
Yeah.
But that's, like, I felt it a bit there, actually.
Like, yeah, a tiny little rumble.
When I first set off, I think I probably put a bit much revs on it while I was still on the clutch. But sort of just letting the car really.
Yeah, you've got to go through that little teething phase whenever you get in a fresh vehicle. Because we both did the same thing, didn't we? We give it a rev, we tested the bite before setting off, because if you don't, you're just going to make a complete tit of yourself.
I'm glad I didn't stall it when I first set off in the car park. Just a shame I had someone behind me when I stalled.
When I was on the test drive for this, and it was a private sale, so, you know, just some random dude.
Yeah.
I completely forgot there was a clutch.
Obviously, he was driving your automatic Volvo.
Yeah, because the Volvo was automatic.
You just started in gear.
I just braked until it stalled. I was like, oh shit, yeah, there's a third pedal now, isn't there? Something that's a rare sight in Hull is perfect lane discipline on the Stern Ferry roundabouts.
But like that case where I was sort of sandwiched between the two cars on Asda roundabout.
Yeah.
There's like, you know, what do? Do I just not set off?
Yeah, exactly.
What if we all don't set off and then we just sat there?
Yeah, 'cause I actually defended you in the comments about that one as well.
I saw that.
And it's that Chris guy that, oh god, he does my head in.
He complains about everything.
He literally, he's a complainer for the sake of complaining. Like when he said to me that I got cut up on that mini roundabout near Newland Ave by a Qashqai because I was too close to the Ford Ranger in front.
Not bad.
And it was literally, I went on Google and I looked at where the postcodes separate, and it's a different fucking postcode. As I said, the only reason that near miss happened with you was the person to your left.
Yeah,
they were the only ones at fault there.
Completely in the wrong way.
Whoa! Fucking hell!
That is absolutely dogshit parking. I apologise.
Ah, it's alright.
Yes,
If you're in the lines, it counts.
I mean,
you're in the line this side, but what we're talking.
no comment.
How bad is it?
It's not that bad.
I'm not harsh enough to mark Ryan down at all for that, so he finishes the pilot episode of this series with 4.5 tubs of chip spice, which may prove to be pretty difficult to live up to. But what about his car? We have to take the cosmetic blemishes into account, quarter tub of chip spice off for the dents, a full tub off for the mirror, quarter tub off for the passenger door, and I'm not going to lie, the MOT history is a little bit frightening, but for an agreed value of £850, considering the age and how it feels to drive, Ryan's Focus Gaia gets 3 tubs of chip spice. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please leave it a like, please leave a comment, not you Chris, please hype this video, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel. Peace.
Also not great. Yeah, what I found was when you got them on, like mine always sets my volume to max on my phone. If I knock it down 2 or 3.
Oh fucking hell, how long's that been going just on the floor?